Hi everyone, we're going to identify the following information for the rational equation we have here. So we have to fill in all of this, and this is a review, so I'm assuming you kind of know some of this, but we'll look at it. The first thing we're going to have to do is deal with this because we have this tag along 4 guy and we're going to fix that up. So let's do that first. In order to do that, we need the same common denominator when you're adding these, so to do that, I want this to have the same denominator, x squared plus 5x plus 6. In order to do that, I have to multiply this also by x squared plus 5x plus 6. Because if you look at this, these two would cancel and equal 1. So now all we're going to do is clean up my numerator. My denominator is x squared plus 5x plus 6. So copy the first part down and then distribute the 4. So it'll be plus 4x squared plus 20x plus 24. Now let's clean the numerator up. So these two will be 5x squared. My x's, that's going to be 21x. And these two is going to be 22. Over x squared plus 5x plus 6. Let's see if we can do some factoring now. The denominator is simply going to be x plus 3 and x plus 2. The numerator is not so bad. It looks pretty bad, but I know that 5 is prime, so I know I need a 5x and an x. I also have 2 positives. And the only thing you can do with 22 is 2 and 11, or 22 and 1. So I'm going to do 11 times 2. So if I put 11 here, let's do that in red. Let's check it out. Put 11 here times 2 will give us 22. Let's see if we get a 21 out of this. So this would be 10 plus 11. 10 plus, so that's 10x plus 11x. Does that equal 21x? Yes. So we're good. So we factored it completely. And I'm going to try to memorize this. So 5x plus 11, x plus 2, 5x plus 11, x plus 2, and denominator we had an x plus 2 and an x plus 4. So now what do we have to do? Horizontal asymptote. So we could have done that from the get-go, but if you look at this horizontal asymptote, and we could actually look at the previous one. If you look at this one, you see that our degrees are the same. So all we're going to do is divide our lead coefficients 5 over 1. So our horizontal asymptote is a line, so make sure you write it as a line. Y equals 5. Next, we have to do wholes. Okay, so wholes is right here. You have 2 factors, one in the numerator and one in the denominator that can cancel out. You have a whole at -2. That's your x, because you set this to 0. So we do have a whole at -2 comma something. And I'm going to put my -2 into my reduced equation to see what my y is. So y equals 5 times -2 plus 11 over -2 plus 4. So this is -2, -10 plus 11 is 1 over -2 plus 4 is 2. So this y part, y equals 1/2. Next, we have to do vertical asymptotes. So you look at your reduced equation. we have a vertical asymptote at x equals -4, because you can't divide by -4 here. X-intercepts. Now again, you're only looking at the reduced equation. Let me write that out. We have a hole here, so there's not going to be an intercept there. X plus 4. And what you do to get your x-intercept is you set y equal to 0. But when you cross multiply, the denominator goes away. So basically, when y is 0, all you're doing is solving for the numerator. So when you solve, because when you cross multiply, this is going to go away. So 0 equals 5x plus 11. So x equals -11 over 5. Your y-intercept equals, and I'm just going to pull it from here. That is when your x is 0. What happens when your x is 0 is this is going to 0 out, this is going to 0 out, this is going to 0 out, and this is going to 0 out. And you're going to be left with 22 over 6. And you can reduce that further to 11 over 3. So I just look at the last two terms on this and do that. So that's 11 over 3. Now we have to do domain and range. So let me clean this up a little. So domain is, we want it to be all real numbers. Well, let's write x in here. So x is part of all real numbers. However, or such that, what can we not have in x? So we can't have a -4, because if you divide by -4, so x cannot be -4. Also, we have a hole on my x at -2, so x cannot be -2. And for your range, that's your y. We want it to be all real numbers. However, we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 5, so y cannot equal 5. And we also have a hole where the y value is 1/2, so y cannot be 1/2. So it's everything but these numbers. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.